Stumbling down dusty twilight trail, eyes wide open, heart grown stale. Whispering shadows, they start to wail. Where's the light in the spinning tale?
I was thinking about this the other day about that we're under spiritual attack, like we have this enemy, and I just don't get that because I don't feel like I have any enemies. I don't feel like there's like I'm under attack by anybody. I, the only the only one I'm ever under attack by is myself. But the only it's not. I guess it used to be you know manipulated by people, and I guess that that's under attack because then they take your kindness for weakness and they abuse it. And but now it's like I just don't feel under attack by outside forces. Therefore, why why be a spiritual warrior if the war is within yourself? Then why a warrior? Why this battle? It's like not even really a battle. It's just more of an understanding. It's like I battle my ego, or my ego lets me know that it doesn't understand something, and that's the battle right there. It's not really like a fight. It's more of a when my ego has something that has been triggered, and it wants me to see it. It it brings up like a fight. It's just very strange. I guess that battle is always there, but I don't see it coming from outside forces. I don't feel like I have these enemies that I need to combat or um, to overcome or anything like that. Um, am I alone on that, or do other people feel the same thing? That they're just like that. I don't know. It's like I don't feel like I don't think anything. I don't feel like anything's working against me. I look at my life and the things that have happened to me, and it's like, did they really happen to me? Am I really the victim of them, or did they happen for me? Because everything I look at in the past, every like really crappy thing or really painful thing, it's like something really amazing came out of it. Always, every time. So that means it's happening to me, or not to me, but for me and through me. So it's like all these things that happen, they happen through me, so that I can experience them and then see the wisdom behind it, like grief, like betrayal, anger, uh, sadness, loss, things like that. They're hard to deal with, and we fight looking at them instead of just embracing them and go, okay, what does this have to teach me? As uncomfortable as it is, I think the whole idea of this spiritual battle, it's like what plane of thought are you on that you feel like you have some battle to win? I mean, that seems very much like the earthly plane, the worldly plane, where it's like conquest, and it's like the only thing we're really trying to conquer is your ignorance. That's what I'm trying to conquer is my ignorance to myself, to the world, to the universe, to God, the creator, whatever it is. It's my ignorance is what I'm trying to battle. And it's funny, I see it in society now. It's like this, it's not like the left versus right. It's like ignorance versus ignorance. And not stupidity, just ignorance. You just don't know. And I see that's what I figured out that arrogance is. Arrogance is holding a stance and having an opinion on something you just don't know anything about. That's arrogance. It's like you don't even know anything about this. You're ignorant about it, but yet you're holding this position, and it's so solid that you can't. There's no room for growth or enlightenment at all. It's just like there's your battle, there's your fight. But if you just not say what you're gonna say, think what you're gonna think of me. Don't. I just can't care anymore. You can't care. You can't care what other people think about you anymore. It's like that's how there's a battle. Because what they think of you and what you think of you are two separate things most of the time. Well, that's a battle. It's a dichotomy you just can't get through. You can't figure it out. Well, I don't think I'm a bad person. Why would they treat me like that? I don't know. Maybe. No, you know who you are. You done shitty things? Bingo. Absolutely. Are you a shitty person? No, because you don't continue to do shitty things. Have you ever stolen? Yes. Do you steal all the time? No, you're not a thief. You've stolen. Okay, learn from it. Get on. Oh, I mean, battle. It's not even a battle to me. I'm just like, see, it's like I think maybe you get past the battle stage. You're just like, I'm just not fighting anymore. I just can't fight myself. I can't fight other people. I can't fight what you think of me. I can't. I just okay. I just don't want to fight. And you know that's what it's like. That's the point when you start to pull back and become kind of a recluse. And it's not like like I'm like, oh, I just got to be away from people. But it's like I just don't want to be around people. I just don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. I don't want to fight. I don't want to try to convince anybody of anything. It's just like I just want to just be. And it's like you have to create your peace. You have to create your place of bliss. And when people come in and they disrupt your bliss, like okay, I mean there's a certain amount of that that you accept and that you embrace. When it's like when you're helping family or friends or with a crisis or something, you pick up their burden with them, you carry it with them. That's what I'm talking about. You just kind of like it's like this is one that really kind of gets me because it makes me like makes me question. It's like, man, have I just become really cold, or have I just learned to just don't put yourself out there? Like, oh, I can do that for you. You just step back and let somebody come to you and ask you. Let them make the move, to ask for help because then there has to be some humility to ask somebody for help. And without that humility, it's like gratitude and appreciation seem to disappear. And it's like there's something about I guess it is with the humility is it's like you have to pull the masks off. You have to be raw to be humble. And then and when you're raw like that, you kind of remember. I think I don't know. It's like, but when you just go out there and say, hey, I can help you. That hey, do you want me to do that for you? I can do this. I swear to you, it's like without fail, 100% of the time. I swear. 59 years old, and I swear it's 100% of the time when I do that, it has backfired me every single time. So weird. So, do I become cynical? Like, I'm just not helping anybody. Or do I become wise, like, I'll help anybody that asks me? Everybody knows what I can do. That's who I am. You're going to tell me about a problem? Okay, I'll listen to it. If you're going to tell me every time and bitch and complain about it and not come up with a solution or ask for help with a solution, I'm not going to listen to it. You have to come up with solutions. That's another thing. It just kills me. You have an issue. See, I learned a long time ago. It was weird. It's like you have no problems. You have situations without resolution. I kind of like a problem has like this heavy weight on it. But a situation without resolution means you just need to find a solution to this thing. You have to find an answer. And it is absolutely astounding how often people will complain and have an issue, and that's fine. You got an issue, and you make suggestions that no, I don't want to do that. Why? I just don't want to do that. And then they'll complain and complain about the same thing over and over and over again, with no resolution in sight and no searching for that resolution in sight. It is exhausting. And then so I got to be the hard ass, you know, grumpy old man who say, or I just don't ask. And it's like when they start talking about it, it's like, God damn, what am I talking about? I listen every damn time. It's frustrating. I know you can't make anybody do anything, but I'm not trying to make anybody do anything. But it's like, hey, you got a problem? Did you try this? Have you tried this? Have you tried this? It's like I lost my keys. Asked for help. So somebody got out, looked in one place, said, hey, they're not there. Went home. I don't have a resolution to the problem yet. So we need to keep going. It's just so strange. I didn't just go, oh well, and just bitch and complain, oh, lost my keys. Oh, my stupid keys. Man, what am I going to do? I don't have my keys. I don't have my mailbox key. And just bitch and complain and bitch and complain. No, you continue to look for the keys. Then you find the keys. But to just complain and complain and keep things miserable, you just don't want to change. You just don't want to try different things. It's like, I'm not a know-it-all. Just have lots of ideas. Let's try this. Have you tried this? Have you tried this? Let's try this. Hey, this worked for me. Hey, I saw somebody or listened to somebody and this is what they tried. Give this a try. See if it works. It's like I can't even tell how often I see that. Not just from my interaction, other people's interactions with other people. They'll do the same type of thing. And it's just so weird. Like, I don't care how we come up with a solution. Let's just come up with a solution. Then we can move on. It's like everything in life. Let's find a solution and move on. Let's not dwell on the same thing over and over again. All right, so I know I kind of went off on a rant, but back to the whole spirituality thing, the spirituality movement. It seems like they've taken Christianity and just remade it to fit their new age ideas. Because the rituals and the meditations and the practices and the oils and the humming and the open up your pineal gland and the kundalini rising is, and I'm not even trying to say that none of that's real. I'm saying that when I see people like that that have embraced that, because I kind of did it when I first got into this too. It's forced. It's like cookie cutter. It's like it's not uniquely you. It's you're putting on a costume and a uniform, and you picked up rituals and and practices that that have been handed to you, whether you prescribe to it as that's what we've done. Instead of just like finding out that it's just about living life. It's just about the day to day shit in life. It is that simple. It's meditation. Okay, so I'm super ADHD. I put my headphones in and I'll work because I do construction and I do like art and I get into it. And so I've got the music on and I kind of zone out and I just focus. It's weird. It's like part of me is working and part of me is just completely focused on some very deep thoughts about myself or about the world. Is that not meditation? Because I swear I cannot just sit there still. I I have tried and tried. You want to talk about a battle? Whereas when I kind of just when I'm doing I put my headphones in, or even if I just have it completely silent and I'm working on something, I'm moving. So part of my mind is preoccupied by this movement and this thing that I'm doing, kind of mundane thing or whatever I'm doing, and then the rest of me can be pondering these deep concepts. Is that not meditation? Because that's what I've been doing for 27 years now, and it's meditating. That's where all my answers come from. All my thoughts, every conclusion comes from that. And that's how I meditate. Is that wrong? Is because it's not the canned version of how you're supposed to meditate? I mean, I started to make this music because of AI. Yeah, and I started to make it because of my granddaughters. I have two granddaughters. They're preteens. And one of them had me watch this video. And I was like, okay, watch it. This was a year ago. And the video was WAP, W-A-P. And if you know anything about this video, you can imagine how how I felt. I was just like aghast that my 10-year-old granddaughter was showing me this disgusting video. This is what she's listening to. And it's like, so that was a year and a half ago. And then So when I saw they could do this music, and I was like, man, that's pretty damn good. I thought, hey, you know what? I'll make some music for my granddaughters that I want them to listen to with morals and teachings and ideas and concepts, and to look into yourself and to really question yourself and be your own person, and and it's amazing. And so that's what I did. I have a 2-year-old granddaughter too, and she's the one, she dances with me. We listen to it all the time because I watch her, and I see her every day. And this music, she's like mesmerized by it. So that's what she's getting in her head. The messages in this music, you know, about knowing yourself, and about being good to other people and kind. And so that was my whole motivation. But as I was making this music, I would just listen to it over and over again, and it would just be like, it was like mesmerizing, and it was like, yeah, it's like you don't get that from music. You don't get those cool messages like the do you remember that the love ballads and stuff? Where that's this message. I mean, everybody knows these love ballads. You can just remember them now because they had emotion and feeling and meaning. And so when I started listening to this, it started like, it was kind of reminding me of my humanity. And as I was making them, it was the same thing. I was taking all my writings that I've done for like the past 25 years, and the ideas and concepts, and that's what I've prompted my videos with, or the songs with. And this is the weirdest thing. And you have 200 characters to prompt this thing. So you have to put your idea and then your genre and whatever you want, whatever enhancements you want. And I swear, it's like it blows my mind because it would take that little sentence. Because I don't say a song about. I'll just say, this is how I feel about it, something like that. And it reads between the lines and comes up with exactly what I was thinking about. Not every time, because I mean, it takes me a while to get a song like, oh, that's a good song. That one has the feeling that I want. And it's like, I mean, I may make 30 songs to get one song that's like, okay, that one's pretty good, or 150 songs or 1,000 songs. Go, that's a good song. I mean, I have like 10,000 songs or something. I don't know. I've got so many. And anyway, so I thought, hey, you know what? I could put that online, and it's not subliminal programming. And I used to listen to binaural beats. They're really cool. I used to fall asleep to them. They make me fall asleep really well. But they're talking about this healing. I was like, yeah, but the healing that we need is that emotional healing. So if you have, we've been bombarded. We have been programmed with all these messages from the music that we've listened to. Because words have power. Words are made of letters, and you use letters to spell. So when you use letters and you put them into a poem, and you add rhythm, and you add harmony on top of that, that's a powerful thing. That's a spell. So I'm like, all right, let's cast a different spell with thoughts that will just trigger things in your mind, and like, I hadn't thought about that. Or it's like, man, or whatever. Because then you start focusing on that, and that's how you heal. Because when you embrace these things that are already there, you're already feeling them. They happened years ago, but you haven't been able to confront them. So when they come up to the front of your mind, it's like, oh, what's that? Because it's something that's happening. Will trigger it, and you can go deep and find out where the core of that is. That's what this does to me, and I hope it does to everybody else too, because it's amazing. I can't believe it. Anyways, so that's all I want to say. But I will talk to you again soon. Take care, Seekers.